What's up everyone, this is Cher talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be talking about yet another off-banner style, this time top quality made Automaton Coppelia for Romancing Saga 2. This off-banner style is pretty powerful, has good passives and better single target cycles for farming. Well, let's talk about this version of Coppelia. We have plenty of different versions of Coppelia so far. We have 4 that are SSs and one that is an S style. The S styles come from Tower. Then we have the first one that is a Platinum. The second one was limited from a musical celebration. The third one is the current top quality made Automaton. And the fourth one was a Global X called Careful Preparations. We can compare them both because they are still relevant in the game. We have higher STR as you compare here. 100 against 90%. We have 90% endurance against 70%. That's much better. Dexterity is not used among martial arts users. And agility is almost the same. We're losing 3 points only here, but we do lose more because she does not have bonus. Then her intelligence lacks. Only 41% is even lower than the S style. She's not good on debuffing, and we need to talk about that later, while Global X is a real good debuffer for STR. Then we have Will on 70% against 33. That means that she can actually take some magical damage against the Global X style. And Love is average, and we lose on Charisma for the Global X style. We can check the status now. We have double arrows for STR and bonuses for STR and endurance. Strangely enough, she gets endurance bonus instead of agility, making her even lose much more against Global X style that has 15 instead of just 5 as bonus. Well, that is what you get. You can also find double arrows for agility by farming with the Global X style if you have. Now we talk about passives. The first one is the Toxinator. On the end of a turn, she cures herself from all status elements and recovers 1 BP. We can also compare this to the Global X style. We can heal with the Global X style, a very small amount, around 170, since her charisma is pretty high. And I do prefer the off-banner version because it's much better to get BP. You can find better cycles, works for both boss fights and for farming, while healing only works for boss fights. And the second passive that we have is Weak Point Focus 5. When attacking weak targets, damage increases by 30%. The last one, Fired Up 6, increases damage by another 30%, so you have a total of 60% when you are attacking weak targets. This is nice because we compare this to ScherBR, a recent character from a premium banner that has the same combination. Look, 60% damage increase as well, and he even recovers BP too. So yeah, this off-banner style is comparable to a premium one. Then we have skills. The first one is called Pretty Hit. For 1 BP you get the Power 13 mod. It's actually very good for the coast. They also heals a very small amount of HP, that should be around 150, and taunts the enemy. So that means that she's gonna get more attacked. There is a small effect and lasts for 4 turns, but you can keep using. We have another character who uses this, and that one is Cotton. Cotton was a type of tank that was released alongside Saga Frontier 1 banner with Rufus, and actually with the second banner with Fuse. He worked better because he could also heal with the second skill, so you were just cycling between taunting the enemy, healing all the time. He can also give a random attack and defense boost to himself or any allies for 2 turns, so he actually could survive a little better. Now that's not something that happens with Coppelia because the only heal that she gets comes from Pretty Hit itself. So 90% damage is not going to save you against bosses that do a lot of damage. So it's a little strange to use Pretty Hit where it actually matters. So most of the time you just forget about this attack at all. Then the second one is called Maximum Punch for 8 BP and 15 LP. Well, for those that do not know, Coppelia is a robot and she's a special type 1, has 99 LP, meaning that she never actually fully dies. You can keep reviving her, but some of her attacks will use LP in order to amplify the damage. So you have Triple S with only 8 BP cost, and that means that she has to sacrifice 15 LP, but still can use this so many times that hardly ever matter unless you're using her for boss fights, but she's not exactly that good on boss fights. That means that she can also use this on turn 1 and again on turn 3. And if you're farming a stage that has only one boss, and she can use this on auto, she uses maximum punch and then pretty hit and then maximum punch again. Pretty strong for the coast at least. With 60% damage increase, is gonna hit for a lot. But remember, the martial arts units are not as strong as, well, gunners. Gunners can do much more, and you can compare her to Leon if you got Leon. Leon is another very powerful character, and he also uses 8 BP for a triple S attack. Even through his 59 power only, he's gonna do more damage. And he also debuffs endurance so that he can do more on turn 2 and turn 3. He is gonna use quick draw and then anti-material shot again on turn 3. Well, the damage won't be that much different, but Leon can beat Coppelia if he's fully maxed. But they can still be used together on Rainbow Rangers, for example. Then we have Ultra Earth Shaker, a 10 BP attack that deals AoE damage with 8 power and 28 mod. This is actually pretty good. Well, usually we had 8 power attacks with 13, 12 VP coast. Now we're getting this type of attacks, and it's something that you can also find on Boston. His Lunar New Year style has this Ultra Earth Shaker, but he didn't have any follow-up. But then we got his latest style in the iToken banner, this one here, and it has Mirage Kick and also buffed 1 BP when attacks. So this version can inherit Ultra Earth Shaker from the Lunar New Year and then keep using Mirage Kick. The good thing about this boss is that he has a much higher intelligence, so he actually will debuff targets when using Mirage Kick. And, well, his damage may not be so high as Coppelia, so now we need to talk about that Ultra Earth Shaker follow-up for Coppelia. It's the same Mirage Kick as well, but she inherits from her Global X style, this attack here. Just one debuff, it's just more for farming scenarios where she can just use 3 AoEs in a row if you want. Well, the damage from Mirage Kick is not so strong, but from Ultra Earth Shaker will be. So this is her main gameplay. She can just go with single target cycles with maximum punch pretty hit, maximum punch, or then Ultra Earth Shaker and Mirage Kick as long as she wants. If you want to use something else for inheritance, there is some options that goes for her Brass Automaton style. You can inherit Artemis Soul. This is a very powerful attack, double S damage in AoE with 45 mod. The problem is that she becomes unconscious, and it was much better used with her Global X style because she gets 13 BP on start, can use on turn 1. The Off-Banner style has better power, but will only be able to use on turn 2, limiting the cycles a lot. You hardly ever use this, to be honest, but it's an option. And besides this, you also have one other thing. It's Destruction Doll Dance will be able to be amplified in the future. We have to go to Naorama SaGa to check this, and it goes from 66 mod to 83 mod, keeping the 10 BP coast and still keeping the 48 LP damage. She can only use this twice in a fight, for example. But you can open the fight with Destructive Doll Dance with 10 BP, and then you can skip turn 2, not use pretty hit, it's not something good, and then use maximum punch on turn 3. Yeah, so you open with 4S damage, it skips 1 turn, and then on turn 3 you're going to use Destructive Doll Dance for very explosive damage. Well, literally, that means that Coppelia can have some usages, especially when you are farming some stage like even, I don't know, Conquest, where she can just go and use single target attacks. If you want to use the normal cycle, just leave as she is. In the future, you can increase the damage by at least opening with 4S damage. That means that, yeah, Coppelia has some utility. It's just that when you want to bring someone for boss fights, you want a little more sustain or some utility. Unless you're going to take advantage of the cleans from status elements, you're better off just bringing Leon or any other blunt damage dealer with more utility. Someone that can debuff. This Coppelia will not be able to debuff with good rates. The intelligence is terrible, and you can even bring this sad Boston instead of her. But, well, still a good character when compared to other premium styles, at least for farming setups. And that's why she's gonna receive a double S grade and stay pretty close to her Global X style. She can work very similarly, although better on single target damage than the Global X style. With that said, this is my opinion. What is yours? Have you already got this new version of Coppelia? What do you think about her? Please say here in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you still haven't, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.